Okay guys, welcome to another video. Today I want to try something kind of cool. For the first time this year, I haven't done this in like probably since 2017-ish. I want to go for my max set of pull-ups. One set, not touching the ground. How many pull-ups can I do in one set? Unlimited time limit. The most I've ever gotten is 25, I think. I did that, I think it was 2 years ago. It was actually at my competition. 178.9 pounds, I believe, was this morning's weigh-in. So I'm not that lean, I'm not that light, being the key word, but I feel good, I feel ready. I had a monster maybe an hour ago. I had some, a good 50, 60 grams of pre-workout carbohydrates. I like a decent meal, chicken, steak, rice, all that stuff. I got the caffeine, I got the carbs. The only thing I don't have is excuses, so let's go. I'm gonna go douchebag mode, just for this one set, just this. It's allowed. I do this like once a week, so it's okay. I feel like more in my biceps than I do in my back. I think it was 22 reps. Not bad. Not the most I've ever gotten, but pretty good. I think my form started to suffer a little bit on the last 1 or 2 reps. You start to see me kind of do a little bit more of this, and then even that last rep, I'm just like, ugh. But as long as my chin is over the bar, it counts. I'm happy I was able to get over 20. I think if you can do 20 body weight pull-ups at good form, without taking any breaks or anything, hitting the ground, that's pretty fucking legit. Okay, now the rest of the workout. Today I want to talk about, this is kind of an important topic. This is something which I get asked about so many times in my emails, my comments, and a lot of times I'll get this asked by coaching clients. And when I see this, I'm like, please stop. You are doing yourself a disservice. And until you switch this, you will never, literally, you can be training for 10 years, but until you figure this out, until it clicks in your mind, you will just be you'll never progress to the next level. You know how there's some people out there who go to the gym for years, and it seems like they never get to that next level. You're barely past the threshold of do you even lift, but they never get to that next level of yeah, you look jacked. You maybe not like a bodybuilder, but you look like someone who, has a good 20, 30 pounds of muscle mass on their frame, on top of whatever they had when they started. There's a lot of people who never get there, and I think this is a big reason why. The topic of today's video, I want to go on a little bit of an informational rant. Welcome to yet another, VitruvianPhysique vlog, where a vlog involves 15 minutes of me yelling at the camera with a whiteboard. A lot of people out there, they don't understand how workout intensity is supposed to work. I'm gonna draw you guys a graph. So this is time. Time meaning the time of the workout. How long are you in the workout, So this is 0 minutes. So this is you an hour into the workout, you 2 hours into the workout. How long are you in the gym? Kicking ass, busting ass. Well, actually not really, and let me explain why. And then your intensity level, this can also be interpreted as kind of weights. For example, if someone has an intensity level of 50%, that's essentially you're lifting weight that it's not really hard for you. You're essentially lifting weight 50% of what you're capable of. If your 1 rep max on the bench press is 300 pounds and you're in there benching 150 pounds, you're at an intensity level or a weight level of around 50%. If I put a gun to your head and said lift this weight for this many reps and sets or whatever, what can you actually do? Whatever you do as your absolute maximum with that gun to your head, that's 100%, and everything less than that would be 90, 80, 70, etc. So a lot of people think, and incorrectly I might add, at least in my opinion, based on my relatively extensive amount of experience and research done into this topic, they think that the ultimate workout should be kind of like this. You are in the gym and you are working out at a normal amount of intensity, and you are working out the entire time. I actually had a client who asked me this, and he said, Igor, the workout program you gave me, I like it, I'm enjoying it, but I'm having a lot of problems maintaining that intensity level. Maybe during sets 1 and 2 or during exercises 1 and 2, I'm going hard, I'm feeling strong, But, as the workout progresses later into the workout, maybe exercises number, 4, 5, 6, towards the second half of the workout, I can't maintain my intensity level. And that sucks. What do I do? It feels like I'm not getting as good of a workout. And I straight up told them, why do you think you have to do this? You don't have to do this. And in fact, I think you're doing yourself a disservice by doing this. You're not going to be able to maintain, if this is 100%, this is the max that you are capable of, you're not going to be able to maintain it up here, that intensity level. It's just not going to happen. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to train something like this, 50% intensity level, and pretty much do that throughout the entire workout. At the beginning of the workout, let's say you're doing a chest day or a push workout, you're probably going to start off with some big, heavy compound exercises. If you can bench let's say your 1 rep max is 315 pounds, 3 plates on the bench press, if you start off kind of higher, 275, maybe 250, 225, no. If you're going to try to maintain your intensity level the entire time, you're going to start off here at some bitch weight of 150, 180 or something like that, because you're I gotta conserve energy, and then I gotta maintain that intensity level throughout the workout. And I'm telling you, you don't have to do this. I don't know why people think so. What I recommend, this is my training strategy, this is the way I train. If you guys have seen my videos, this is the way I actually structure my program. A good example of this would be Hybrid 5, my main training program, which I launched a few months ago. I personally follow it. A lot of people out there, thousands of people are using it right now. The way it's structured in terms of it actually tells you what reps to do, what weights to do, what sets to do. And if you were to actually start plotting it out, you'd realize it's nothing near this. It is kind of, this is a shitty graph, whatever. Okay, once again, intensity up here, time up here, how long your workout is. It's kind of like that. So right here, it actually kind of starts off, maybe this is kind of like a warm up or something, you're kind of getting into it. And then it peaks this should probably be your first 1 to 2 exercises. Maybe not even, maybe your first, maybe it's literally just your one big heavy exercise. And then intensity level gradually starts to drop off. So maybe over here, this would be exercises, maybe 2 to 3. And then here, this stuff, this is exercises 4, 5, 6, usually it's not that much higher. I don't really train with some people do 8 or 10 exercises in a workout. I don't believe in that because that's way too much for your body. If you're training with a decent amount of frequency, if you're training a certain muscle group at least 2 times per week, chances are you're not going to be able to train 8 exercises per workout twice a week. It's just too much. Some people are going to be I'm going to do 10 exercises and 30 sets in total. And you know what they end up doing? They end up doing this. They end up doing thing with that. They maintain that little bitch level of intensity throughout the entire workout. And then they wonder why they never actually get stronger, why they never actually put on a good amount of muscle mass, why they never actually progress from beginner or maybe early intermediate to the higher level. This stuff right here, kind of the second half of the workout, this is not going to be as intense, it's not going to be as much weight compared to what you'd be doing if you were fresh. The goal of this is to add volume. And I'm saying you need the best of both worlds. You need that heavy stimulation, but then also you want to add additional volume with these smaller, lower intensity exercises. And that is how you actually progress the most. Doing this bitch shit in the beginning and then maintaining that lower level of intensity throughout the entire workout, it's not going to give you the body that you want. I had a friend in college. By second or third year, I had a lot of friends or acquaintances. They're like, man, Igor, I see this is working for you. How do I get that? Can I train with you? Can we go to the gym and you just give me a few pointers, a few tips, stuff like that. And I had a guy who said he wanted to do that. And I'm like, sure, come on down. We'll train together for a few months and I'll share with you some of my secrets. One of them being this. And then I remember there was this one time, I think I was on my second exercise of the day. I just finished up, I was very into the flat bench press at the time. That's pretty much all I did exclusively. And now I was doing dumbbell press or something. My second exercise, the intensity is a little bit lower, but it's still relatively heavy as we are still in the beginning, the first half of the workout. And he came to me and he's like, okay, I'm done. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm on my second exercise and you're telling me you're done. You did a full leg day. And he's like, yeah, I did. Did you squat today? He's like, yeah, I did. I did 4 sets of 8 reps or something. And I'm like, what? And that's when I started to ask him a little bit more. I started to grill him a little bit more. And I realized that he was technically done. He's not lying. But the problem is the intensity level that he was working out at was so low that he was able to finish, I think it was a 5 exercise workout in the time that me actually busting my ass, pushing heavy weights. You guys have seen my videos. I don't train very pretty. All my videos are just doing all this shit. Yeah, but that is indicative of actual high intensity. I am actually working hard. Not like when people say that, you know, I'm working so hard. They go in the gym, they're on their phone, they're kind of doing like leg extensions with like 10% of what they're capable of. They don't fucking do shit. Just because you go to the gym 6 times a week and you do that, it's not going to put on muscle mass. It's not going to help you actually get jacked. A lot of people train like that, and he was an example of that. You know, it kind of sucks to say that, but yeah, I mean, that guy would train from second year all the way through fourth year of university when I knew him, and he never really got, and he wasn't fat or anything, he wasn't like out of shape, but he never actually, you know, for a guy who was like, you know, over 6 feet, he never got to a point where he had arms bigger than like 14 inches, with 13 inches being like the average arm size of a guy who's like 5'8". That's actually, I believe the average arm size of a man in America at the average height. He never got past like a 1-plate bench press. 1 plate. That's 135 pounds for a guy who weighed like, I think it was like 180, 170, something like that. He could even bench press body weight at the end of multiple years of training. So the crazy thing is, he put in the time in terms of number of years of training on a weekly basis, going to the gym a few times a week. He did everything right, but it's not about how, you know, how many times you go to the gym, how long you go to the gym. You can go to the gym for fucking 100 years. And this, at the end of the day, that is why. Because the guy would go to the gym and he never actually pushed himself. He never actually pushed his body to a point where it elicits a sufficient stimulus to actually grow. You know, if you want to stimulate growth, you're gonna have to train, you know, occasionally for at least a few exercises or a few sets at a level of intensity which might not be that comfortable for you. That's what your body is telling you. When it's heavy, when it's a little bit uncomfortable, maybe even a little bit painful, that is your body giving you a physical indicator that it is doing something which it's not used to. But if you want something that you've never had before, muscle and strength, you're gonna have to do something that you've never done before, such as going past this barrier of discomfort or pain or whatever. I'm not saying go break your legs and like snap up your tendons and your connective tissue, but come on, put a little heart into it, put a little muscle into it. If you can't do that, I think that you can spend the rest of your life training, eating properly, buying all the protein supplements, spending 7 days a week, 2 hours in the gym all day, but it's not, you know, sometimes you have to work hard, not just work a lot. And also in this case, working hard is also working out smart. That is the real way to train. And when you figure that out, I guarantee you that's gonna have a bigger impact on your body than any supplements, any magic training program, any magic weird diet, not your keto or your paleo or your veganism, all this crazy shit. No, that's all fine. But when you figure out how to go past the psychological barrier in your mind, this connection to your body, to your muscles, going past this pain or this discomfort barrier, I think discomfort's a better word, because it's not like it actually hurts, it's just like, ooh, it feels a little hard. But once you learn to love that, and don't worry, it takes some time, eventually you will learn to love that, because when you feel that, that's when your workout's actually starting to matter. Arnold talked about this. He talked about like Muhammad Ali and how like Muhammad Ali was actually one of Arnold's heroes and one of Arnold's sources of motivation and people he looked up to, because they used to ask him questions like, oh, how many sit-ups do you do, or how hard do you train?
Muhammad Ali, one of my great heroes, had a great line in the 70s when he was asked, how many sit-ups do you do? He said, I don't count my sit-ups. I only start counting when it starts hurting. When I feel pain, that's when I start counting, because that's when it really counts. That's what makes you a champion.
Again, hurting's a weird way to saying it, but I say discomfort. Once it starts to feel hard, once your body starts telling you, no, stop it, it's getting difficult, that's when it starts to matter. The number of reps or sets or exercises you do after that point, that's when it matters. Everything before that, that's just getting started. That's just getting warmed up. Once you actually hit that barrier, everything you do afterwards, subsequently, that's what's gonna make the difference between you being a beginner, being an intermediate, or being a legit fucking bodybuilder. Legit bodybuilders, or powerlifters, people who truly get their physiques to like the top 1% of the population, they can go even beyond that. There's people out there who, you know, you think I work out weird and I'm like, I'm struggling. There are people who make the way I train look like shit. It's not a body thing. From a psychological standpoint, they're stronger than you, me, so many people out there. And that is why these people are true champions. That is why these people are champion bodybuilders, whether it be natural or unnatural. That is why these people, like, you know, break records in terms of powerlifting or anything else. You know, CrossFit, marathon training, triathlon. These people are able to go past a certain barrier, which the rest of the population, 99.9% of people, they don't even come close to that. I'm not saying you have to be like that amazing, but just don't do what, again, 70% of the population is doing, because whatever the fuck they're doing, it ain't working. And as many times as as many gym memberships as they have, as many times they walk into the gym, whatever they're doing in there, it's not doing anything to their bodies. It's not working. Don't be like that. Learn to train at a sufficient intensity level, and that way you can train smart, train hard, not just train long. Again, 45 minutes in the gym, and I can have a way better workout than someone who's in the gym for 3 hours, because I'm actually doing something. Hadouken!